Welcome to the Stuttering Sports Show. I'm going again because that first take was trash. So here we are, going again. Let's just get right into the picks. First game of the week, tomorrow morning, live in London. Jacksonville Jaguars, essentially at home because they're in London, against the Denver Broncos. Both teams are on a 4-game losing streak. I think the big thing to look out for this game is Travis Etienne. The Jaguars did just trade James Washington. Denver has a phenomenal defense, but their rush defense is not as good as they're made out to be. I don't think they're that good. They're 23rd in opponent yards per attempt. Travis Etienne is a big play machine. In regards to the Jaguars passing offense, Trevor Lawrence is going to throw some picks. Denver has a phenomenal passing defense. They do force turnovers, but I do think if they run the rock, control the game with Travis Etienne, which they can do pretty easily because the Broncos are a 3-and-out machine, I don't see a reason why the Jags don't take this one. Essentially at home in London. Give me Jags plus 2.5 too. Moving on to the next one, we got the Eagles going up against the Steelers at home. The Eagles have a clear injury report coming off of the bye week. The Steelers are coming off of the Sunday night loss against the Dolphins. They're currently in a transition era with Kenny Pickett. It's not pretty right now, and this game probably won't be pretty, but I do think the offense is figuring it out. The Eagles have such a unique thing going on. The Eagles can take the top off of the defense because they rank 5th in opponent yards per completion with A.J. fucking Brown. And they're also 6th in rushing yards per game because Jalen Hurts is an absolute stud. I don't think the Steelers' defense stands a chance. There was a source that said TJ might play, that he might come back. I don't really see it happening, though. Give me Eagles to win. Steelers plus 11, though. Pittsburgh Steelers under Mike Tomlin. They just don't get blown out. Moving on to the Falcons at home going up against the Panthers. P.J. Walker was named the starting quarterback for the Panthers, and he's going up against the worst pass defense in football in Atlanta. I think that means something, but it's also P.J. Walker. Looking at Atlanta, their rushing game is their program. Caleb Huntley and Tyler Algier, both rookies, have been phenomenal for them since Cordell Patterson's gone down. Like, we can shit on Arthur Smith because he doesn't really know what to do with Kyle Pitts, but the rushing game has been fucking great. 5th in the league. The Panthers' rush defense has recently been getting better, but I don't think they're really going to do a lot. I think it comes down to the quarterbacks, which one makes more plays. Come on. It may be Marcus Mariota, but it ain't P.J. Walker. So, yeah, give me the Falcons to win. Falcons -4. Chuba Hubbard, the Panthers running back, is out. J.C. Horn, stud young cornerback for Carolina, out. J.C. Horn is questionable. A.J. Terrell is out. Moving on, we got the Bears going up against the Cowboys. The Bears finally got a dominant win in the Justin Fields era over the Patriots on Monday night. That was special, too. Blocking Bill Belichick to pass George Halas in all-time wins. They blocked them in Foxborough in a dominant fashion. That was something. And then, 3 days later, they traded one of their best players for whatever fucking reason. I don't really get it. But, let's look at the Cowboys. Dak with his second game back. Last week he played the Lions, a terrible passing defense. This week he plays the Bears, a great passing defense. I think they're going to need to rely on their rushing game. Ezekiel Elliott is currently questionable. Even if he is out, Tony Pollard's a stud. Tony Pollard makes big plays, and the Bears' rushing defense is 29th in the league. I think Cowboys win this one, but I don't think they blow out the Bears. The spread 9.5. That's a little bit too big for my liking. Give me Bears plus 9.5. The injury report for this one, looking at the Cowboys, Micah Parsons, Dalton Schultz, and previously mentioned Zeke are all questionable. I expect Micah to play, though. I don't see a world where he does not play. Moving on to the Lions against the Dolphins. Lions at home in this one. Lions have been trash this year. Lions have been terrible. Dolphins have been pretty damn good. Tua in his second game back. Lions, though, I think No, they're not coming off of a bye week. I'm tripping. The Dolphins, the Dolphins' main thing with their offense is their speed. Tyreek Hill spent all those picks going out to get him. Jalen Waddle, sixth overall pick. They have Raheem Mostert. Their big thing is speed. The Lions' defense, they give up a lot of yards per attempt. They're 27th in the league in that category. A big thing for the Lions on offense, though, is that they are getting DeAndre Swift back. Hopefully their rushing game can be rejuiced, revitalized with this. Maybe their entire offense, because their offense these last few weeks is a far cry from what it was those first 2 or 3 games where they were ranked first in points per game. Lions have a shot, though. I mean, maybe at home does something. Dolphins to a second game back. Give me Dolphins. It is Dolphins minus 2.5, not plus 2.5. I made the mistake there. Moving on to Minnesota at home against the Cardinals. Currently the 5-1 Vikings are coming off of a bye week, and the Cardinals are coming off of their mini bye week following their Thursday night win over the Saints, where they found their offense. It was DeAndre Hopkins' first game back. He was juiced. They found their offense, and it still goes through the passing game. Cardinals rank first in the league in pass attempts per game right now. They're fucking great at it. I think they're going to really continue to be really good at it because that was bad. And the reason, they're not great at it, but I think they're going to be great at it this game because the Vikings are 28th in the league in opponent completion percentage. I don't think the Vikings are frauds, but I think their 5-1 record is a little bit misleading. They're on a 4-game winning streak, but during those 4 games, their average margin of victory is only 5.5 points against some pretty shitty competition. I don't know the teams off of the top of my head, but it's pretty shitty competition. I think the Cardinals smack them in the mouth early and often. Vikings are going to be asleep. Give me the Cardinals plus 3.5. That's a great line too. Moving on, Saints versus the Raiders. Andy Dalton named the starter despite Jameis Winston being back. That's very interesting, actually. Both of these teams really do need to find their groove because both are really weird. Raiders are coming off of a bye week. They should be better than what they are, but they're just not. I don't really know why. And even with Andy Dalton, you can you can make Andy Dalton the starter. The Saints are still going to turn the ball over. They are 32nd in the league, dead last in turnover margin. But it may not matter that much because the Raiders are 31st in takeaways per game. I don't really know what to make of this game. Just give me the talent in this one. Raiders minus 1.5. Some injuries, Devontae Adams, Darren Waller, and Matt Collins. All three of the 4 or 5 major pass catchers are questionable. And for the Saints, Marshawn Lattimore is out. Moving on to the Jets against the Patriots. The Patriots have owned this series for as long as I've been alive. Bill Belichick has owned the Jets, and what fitting way to become the second most winning head coach in NFL history than to just beat up on the team you've always beat up on. But this is not the same old Jets. The Jets are 4-2, 5-2. They're fun. Robert Saleh looks like he's having fun. He's amped for his guys. Sauce Gardner, fucking phenomenal. Jets are at home this game. Jets fans have got to be amped. The Jets fans need to be hyped to basically have the chance to block Bill Belichick from passing George Halas. That has to be special. The Patriots right now, Mac Jones is listed as the starter, which, yeah, no shit. I don't know why they started him last week if he was on such a short leash. But, dude, Jets are fun. Patriots seem to be a little bit dysfunctional right now. Give me Jets plus 2.5. Moving forward into the 4 o'clock slate, Houston Texans at home against the Tennessee Titans. Titans are on a 4-game winning streak after starting the year a little iffy. And the Texans, they're the Texans right now. They're currently still in the midst of a heavy rebuild. There's no other way around that. They're in a heavy rebuild. And the Titans just find ways to win games. They could be in a terrible spot, but they still just find ways to win. Mike Vrabel, last year's coach of the year, has been fucking phenomenal. Derrick Henry is all the way back. Give me Titans to win. Titans minus 2.5. There are some pretty big injuries for this one. Jeffrey Simmons and Ryan Tannehill are both listed as questionable. Obviously, if Ryan Tannehill's not playing, I don't know who their backup is. And then for the Texans, the two main pass catchers, Brandon Cooks and Nico Collins, including rookie guard Kenyon Green, are all questionable. Moving forward, we got the Colts against the Commanders. The Colts this week made the massive decision to bench Matt Ryan for the remainder of the year. Not just this week, but the remainder of the year in favor of former Texas quarterback Sam Ehlinger. I want to talk about this decision for a second because it was very stupid. I do get the idea of benching Matt Ryan. He's currently kind of banged up too. I get it. I don't get the idea behind naming Ehlinger the starter for the rest of the year. In my opinion, that's Frank Reich saying, I need you to work or I'm going to get fucking fired. So I need the rest of the season to work on this guy to provide some hope for the Colts. Colts are at home. Commanders, they have Taylor Heineke at the starting quarterback. They're currently on a 2-game winning streak. That's pretty big. I don't see a world where Sam Ehlinger wins his first start against a team that's on a 2-game winning streak. The Colts have had no big play this year besides the one against Jacksonville. Besides, I guess they had the big stop to beat the Chiefs and then the big play to beat Jacksonville. But besides that, there's been no hope around that team. Absolutely none. Logan Thomas is questionable for the Commanders. They really just have no hope right now. But hey, Ron Rivera for the Commanders has got the boys going. Moving forward, Rams at home, coming off of a bye week, going up against their good old friend Kyle Shanahan and the San Francisco 49ers. A big thing with this one is that the Rams have the worst rushing attack in football, or I guess second worst. I think the Buccaneers hold that bad title. And they're playing up against the 49ers who have the best rushing defense in the NFL right now. So perhaps this one won't be pretty on that end. That means Matthew Stafford is going to have to throw the ball. And when Matthew Stafford throws the ball a lot, he throws at least 2 picks. So I don't really see how this is going to work out for the Rams. They are currently 31st in giveaways per game. I don't think this is the day they figure it out. But you know what? If they do, it'd be a great story. 49ers -1.5. But, I mean, the Rams have too much talent. They will figure it out eventually. This is going to be a low-scoring game. Kind of excited to watch it. Hopefully, Christian McCaffrey gets more touches. Moving on, Seattle at home against the New York Giants. Seattle, Geno Smith, Kenneth Walker, they're awesome to watch right now. 4-3. Giants are 6-1 with Day Ball right now. Seattle is at home with the 12th man. Seattle leads the league in rushing yards per attempt right now. Giants are worst in opponent rushing yards per attempt. I think Kenneth Walker's going to break loose for 1 or 2 big plays. Geno's a fucking phenomenal game manager. I don't know if he still does lead the league in completion percentage, but if he doesn't, he's pretty high up there. I think this one's going to be very fun because both of these teams just find ways to win. There's no way around it. They just find ways to win. And Seattle at home, this one is going to be low scoring and close. Give me Seattle to win, but Giants +3. Moving forward to the Sunday night game, we have the Bills at home against the Packers. I don't see a world where the Packers are in contention for this one. Aaron Rodgers with the media is kind of not throwing shade, but kind of giving slights to to LaFleur, saying, hey, we need to change stuff. Say it behind closed doors then. But there are 2 things that the Packers don't do. Actually, 3. They don't score points. They're terrible on passing defense, and they do not create turnovers. What do the Bills do? They score points, create turnovers, and they throw the ball all over the field. Give me Bills to win. Bills -11. Massive spread, but feed me it. That is going to do it. We're back at the beginning. Let me do a little... Oh, now it's gone. Oh, shit. I forgot I moved this up. Haha. Ooh, professional. Yeah, that's the end of the show. Hope you enjoyed. I do plan on moving these